New Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has announced her team for cabinet. As well as being PM, Ardern will take on the portfolios of arts, culture and heritage, and national security and intelligence. She will also be responsible for child poverty reduction. Winston Peters has been confirmed as Deputy Prime Minister. He will also hold the ministerial portfolios of foreign affairs, state-owned enterprises, and racing. Kelvin Davis, Labour's deputy leader, will be Minister for Crown, Mayoral Relations, Corrections, Tourism, and will be Associate Minister of Education, responsible for Maori education. As expected, Grant Robertson will be Finance Minister, as well as the Minister in charge of Sport and Recreation, and Associate Minister for Arts, Culture, and Heritage. Inside Cabinet: Jacinda Ardern, PM, Arts, Culture and Heritage, National Security and Intelligence, Child Poverty Reduction. Winston Peters, Deputy PM, Foreign Affairs, State-Owned Enterprises, Racing. Kelvin Davis, Crown, Maori Relations, Corrections, Tourism, Associate Education, Maori Education. Grant Robertson, Finance, Sport, and Recreation, Associate Arts and Culture. Phil Twyford, Housing and Urban Development, Transport. Megan Woods, Energy and Resources, Earthquake Commission, Greater Christchurch Regeneration, Research Science, and Innovation. Chris Hipkins, Education, State Services, Ministerial Services, Leader of the House. Andrew Little, Justice, Courts, GCSB/NSIS, Pike River Reentry, Treaty Negotiations. Carmel Sepuloni, Social Development, Disability Issues, Associate Arts and Culture and Heritage, Associate Pacific Peoples. David Clark, Health, Associate Finance. David Parker, Attorney General, Economic Development, Environment, Trade, and Export Growth, Associate Finance. Nanea Mahuta, Maori Development, Local Government, Associate Environment. Stuart Nash, Police, Fisheries, Revenue, Small Business. Ian Lees Galloway, Workplace Relations and Safety, Immigration, ACC, Deputy Leader of the House. Ron Mark, NZF, Defense, Veterans. Tracy Martin, NZF, Internal Affairs, Children, Seniors, Associate Education. Shane Jones, NZF, Forestry, Infrastructure, Regional Economic Development, Associate Finance, Associate Transport. Jenny Salesa, Building and Construction, Ethnic Communities, Associate Education, Associate Health, Associate Housing, and Urban Development. Damien O'Connor, Agriculture, Biosecurity, Food Safety, Rural Communities, Associate Trade, and Export Growth. Claire Curran, Broadcasting, Communications, and Digital Media, Government Digital Services, Associate ACC, Associate State Services, Open Government. Support Party Ministers: James Shaw, Green Party, Minister for Climate Change, Minister of Statistics, Associate Minister of Finance. Julianne Gender, Green Party, Minister for Women, Associate Minister of Health, Associate Minister of Transport. Eugenie Sage, Green Party, Minister of Conservation, Minister of Land Information, Associate Minister for the Environment. Ministers outside Cabinet: Chris Fafoy, Minister of Civil Defense, Minister of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, Associate Minister of Immigration. Peeni Henner, Minister for the Community and Voluntary Sector, Minister for Waianae Ora, Minister for Youth, Associate Minister for Social Development. Willie Jackson, Minister of Employment, Associate Minister for Maori Development. Apito Williams-Ayo, Minister for Pacific Peoples, Associate Minister for Courts, Associate Minister of Justice. Meka Waitiri, Minister of Customs, Associate Minister of Agriculture, Associate Minister of Crown, Maori Relations, Associate Minister of Local Government. Parliamentary Undersecretaries: Michael Wood, Parliamentary Undersecretary to the Minister for Ethnic Communities. Fletcher Tabuta, Parliamentary Undersecretary to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister for Regional Economic Development. Jan Logie, Parliamentary Undersecretary to the Minister of Justice, Domestic and Sexual Violence Issues.